I'm dead. It doesn't have to be like perfect cinematographic
Yeah.
quality or whatever.
This has to be like an Oscar-winning.
All right, I'm gonna do my best here to make this like a college joke at first. Welcome to Sword and Board 105, 201. I don't know. It's like somewhere in between like beginner and intermediate because that line is so blurry, and it sucks. But so, oh god. So little preface here. Not all of this is just sword and board stuff. A lot of this will be applicable to your spear work, your single blue, maybe even a little bit of red work, but most importantly, it'll kind of give you a general grasp of, hey, I'm not fighting sword and board right now, but I know what the fuck that sword and boarder should be doing, so I know how to act a little bit better. Even if you're not fighting sword and board. Like if you go pick up a red Astrid and you know how that sword and boarder should move, you'll fight better with that sword and boarder. Granted, somebody's gonna move like an asshole at some point, but not the point. So I broke this down into like a bunch of like subcategories. The first one I called psychology of the sword and board. Our first, like, we have two main like schools of thought of your main types of sword and board psychology you're fighting. You've got line and skirmish. Line, I wrote a little mantra because it's important. You do not matter. You do not matter. As a sword and boarder, you do not matter on that line. Your life is your spearman, is your special weapon that is behind you. That is the only thing that matters. Your only job is to protect that spear. Your only fucking job in the world is to make sure that special weapon can do fucking work and keep moving forward. You stay that fucking line, and you die like a man. Or a woman. Whatever, we don't discriminate here. Yeah, stay the line, do not waver. I had like a whole funny mantra that I didn't want to just read off my phone. Skirmish or small team fighting, it gets a little bit more fun. Because when you're not in a line, you can do a bunch of different shit. Like, you can be a skirmisher, you can be a funny distraction, like Scarab all the goddamn time. And then, if you're lucky and you're really good, whoever's in charge of your larger team will be like, hey, you, I trust you, I need you to go do this specific task, or hunt down this specific person. So that's when we're hunting. We're either hunting for an objective, or we're hunting to go kill this specific archer because he keeps clapping our spearman. Or this specific red user because he is a fucking problem. Make sense? Skirmishing's objectively the easiest because you just kind of run around and be a problem and have a good time. Oh yeah, archer bait is the other like job you can get. You just like bait archers with fake openings to your shield and then block it. The real goal of it is to get their arrows from that side of the field to this side of the field, so our archers now have all the fucking arrows. It's a fun gig. It's a pretty funny gig. But the biggest thing to remember, no matter what of those like skirmisher, not on the line jobs you're doing, is your main job is just leg them and leave them. Fuck them. You're not out here for kills. We're here for the objective. Leg those motherfuckers, leave them, walk away. They can do fuck all about it. Have fun, boss. And then the last little bit I had in the psychology part is gear talk. Sticks are sticks. Do whatever feels right for you. Your shorter blues are going to be objectively better for some scenarios, like that big stupid long bat that I have, my stupid stick. It's a limb sniper. It's only for a line because you just kind of and grab a limb every once in a while if you're lucky. Shorter blues are good for your like absolute nightmare fighting that Ash loves. It's not really my shtick though. I like a mid-sized blue because it's a little bit good for everything. But the big gear talk, strap versus punch. Your options boil down to, do you want a more stable shield or a more mobile shield? Like, I'm a punch guy. I love my punch shields, but I also have stupid strong wrists. So it bothers me a little bit less. You got weaker wrists, you're a little less mobile, maybe go with the strap. After that, we've got the different kinds of shields. So we've got round shields. Who can tell me what a round shield is? That's right, it's round.
And it's also a shield. That's
it is also a shield, yes.
Oh.
And then you guys will never figure out what this one is. A tower shield. Whoa. Tower. I had to put all the shield types in here, all right? And then we've got the weirder ones, your kites and your coffins. Does anybody know what those are off the top of their heads? Exactly. Kind of broader at the top, skinnier at the bottom. It tapers down to a point, still gives you a little bit of leg guard, but it reduces the weight on the shield to make it a little bit more mobile. They're fun. It all comes down to personal preference. And then what's the last one? Yeah, heaters, and then the funny shield after that. Heaters is the same thing as a coffin or a kite, but it's generally a little bit shorter. It has a flat bottom instead of that more pointed bottom. Once again, huh? Oh shit, you have a heater? Yeah, go grab it. They all have their kind of their advantage, their disadvantage. They're all better at something, or their personal preference. Like hell, Q might pick up a heater and go, "Oh fuck, this forever. This is me now." Here, yeah, a baby heater, but a heater nonetheless.
That's because it's for a buckler.
Yeah, which takes us to hee hee funny shield time. This is a heater buckler. Buckler is just hee hee little shield, like Ash's tiny little red, like appetizer plate sized shield. They're funny, and if you see a dude with a heater or a chick, whatever, there's only two things: they're doing it for the bit, or they're really fucking good with it. Like Fumbles. If I see Fumbles with a buckler, I'm going, no, thank you. I think, yeah, that sums up the real big talky part. We got 3 categories we can go into next. We've got bread and butter strikes, board work, and footwork. What do you guys want to do first? I don't really give it.
Bread and butter.
No, it's one
Bread
at a
and
time.
butter sounds fun.
Bread. Are you just hungry?
I'm allergic to both of those things actually. Can we
How
check
are
the
you
name?
alive?
I don't know.
Go eat your broccoli. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Can you have it
Bro
not
does love.
butter?
No. I'm allergic to bread.
Okay.
What
I
if you
need
which is
2
gluten?
mannequins effectively. Who wants to be a mannequin? Okay, Fumbles,
What
you're.
about tortillas?
You don't have.
I have a stick.
Well, I was just gonna give you mine.
Alright,
Oh,
I'll
right
give you
here.
some.
Gotcha.
Can't believe that it's not butter and some corn tortillas.
You get to be a mannequin.
Margarine is also a no-go.
Alright, we'll start.
Yeah. Pick up the stick of the board. Just so that way I can show
No,
people
that's why I
body
can't have
mechanics without having to be the one to do it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
our bread and butter strikes as a sword and board are really dummy
Are you
simple.
allergic to oats?
We have the most mean strike that you'll always see a sword and boarder throw, which is the high cross. I found out recently that not all of you guys know what a high cross is. Who doesn't know what a high cross is? Holy shit. I feel like I have failed. Okay, get a little closer for me after. Perfect. So we've got our sword and boarders here fighting. High cross, as it sounds, is a high shot that crosses your body and pops in this upper top quadrant here. High cross. High cross. High. There's a reason it's your bread and butter strike, because it's just free shoulders all day. That's all it is. If you can bait any shot out, you can throw a high cross out to grab that free shoulder. There's a reason it's the sword and board basic strip. Like it's all it is. Like, hey Fumbles, at a big event on a line, how many high crosses do you throw a day? Yeah. A shitload. We've also got flat wraps, dark sides, regular wraps, and counters. What most of you guys die to me from is your counters, because none of you have figured out countering yet, which is fair, because it's kind of hard to do. Your counters fall into feinting, so if I fake like I'm throwing a shot here, Astra's going to take a shot from my arm, and then I twist back and pop into her chest. It is just waiting, baiting, and finding that opening, and then capitalizing on wherever the hell they open it. I feel like that's a decent way to explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about southpaws?
You're a lefty, man. You're
Lefties
just,
follow the same mechanics.
yeah, it's the
generally.
same.
No,
it's
I
the
mean like doing it to a southpaw.
Oh.
Oh,
Me too?
fighting lefties is kind of the same. You're just shooting opposite. So if you're fighting a lefty, because most of your strikes as a sword and boarder are sword side. I'm throwing here all day. So if I'm fighting a lefty, I gotta throw here now, which sucks. It sucks because this is more open for me. It's harder for me to defend my shots as I'm throwing them. Lefties suck. So Blue Jay is a cheater because he is naturally predispositioned to be slightly better than everybody else. Not really, but still, it's a funny bit. Did you just switch to lefty?
Yeah.
Can you switch back? It's easier to demonstrate on a righty. Thank you. I'm gonna take this as a sidestep into flat wraps. So we got our high cross, which is up here. We're just going bop, bop in your shoulder. Flat wrap throws it more around and down to try and grab that arm or that hip, whichever is more available in that instance. It's not a shot I throw a ton. Fumbles kills me with it decently often. It's just a little bit harder to execute than your high cross or a feint from a counter or something like that. It's still a useful shot to have in your arsenal. And yes, hey everybody, I'm gonna write up like an actual tutorial thing so you guys can practice all this stuff later. I just didn't have time this week. Yes, fumbles.
Why is it a wrap instead of a cross?
Wrap. Oh no, my expensive tech. Your crosses, you're crossing your sword and your board. This is a very exaggerated example here. We are going fully across ourselves. Wraps, we're throwing in front and to the side or to the outside. Does that make sense? Yeah? Yeah? Okay.
Crossing, you're trying to hit, you're not, with a high cross, you're not trying to wrap the arm down, which is what I did like when I first tried to demonstrate, because I typically throw it with a wrap.
Yep.
But you're trying to cross over and just land flat, not turning really your wrist at all. With the wrap, you're turning the wrist.
You're hitting that.
Yeah. Turning the whole complex over.
There's someone stealing your bike.
No, I had to scare you.
I'm dead.
That's my baby.
Motorcycle people are all the same. Dark sides are funny and dumb and really hard to explain. And now that I've thought about it more, I feel like it is a little more elevated than it should
Dark
be.
side requires more setup.
Yeah. Dark side is, for context, a dark side, a very funny thing, is throwing totally around and over. It's so dumb and impractical, but when it works, it feels so cool. It feels so cool when you pull it off. Yeah, it's dumb, it's impractical. It'll kill you more times than it works. But when you get killed by it, you just sit there and go, oh.
Safer shot would be the mid cross. Safer shot would be the mid cross.
Yeah, or flat wrap, mid cross,
Flat wrap.
whichever.
Yeah.
The safer version of the dark side is that flat wrap or mid cross, whichever one you want to call it. Same thing as the high cross, but we're throwing to the middle of the body. Make sense? Perfect. How down? That's it for your bread and butter strikes. They're all pretty simple. That's why they're bread and butter. There's a bunch of high-tech, crazy body mechanics crap that Fumbles and I could go into for hours. That's not the point currently, though. Board work or footwork, kids? Board work? Alrighty. Who has a punch? Who wants to come up? Who wants to be mannequin? Alright, come here, Gil. No, you're staying too. Because I'm going to move you guys in front of each other, go and face everybody else for me. So, we already went over kind of the difference between our straps and our punch, our advantage, our disadvantage. But here's something we hadn't gone over yet. Can both of you post like you're fighting for me? Or no, face them, sorry. Lack of clarity on my end. So Astrid has to hold this so much closer to herself because it's a strap. You can't really get super far out and cover more body area. Because like, look at the difference. What can we see? Look how much less we can see. Same thing with Q, but Q can go all the way out here. Don't do that, but the point stands of we've got a lot more distance we can separate ourselves from the fight with a punch that lets us cover more body with a smaller shield, which is lighter and more agile. But once again, you're sacrificing stability for that. Something to keep in mind when I'm fighting, I'm usually about here, like about my forearm's length away, give or take an inch or so. I find it works best for me. It's one of those, every body is shaped differently, everybody's shield is a little different. Like, Grace's arms are shorter than Andy's arms, probably. I don't know. Or Andy's short.
Let's be real.
Andy's arms are shorter than Grace's.
Hold on. I need to take the strap off so
I
I
was
can
about to
actually.
say, come on.
Drop the blade. Nah,
No.
too late. Whose arms are shorter?
Andy's.
Andy's are short by a little
Yeah.
Manlet.
I'm just
But-
a little guy.
But because, well, okay, but no, they're a good example here because you guys are about the same height. What?
Grace, you're like an
inch
inch
taller.
We're about the same height.
Yeah, y'all are about the same height. You're about the same height, but Grace, you have like an extra inch on your arm length. So your comfortable max coverage spot that's still safe is going to be different than Andy's. That's just how bodies work, unfortunately.
A sword that's about 4 inches longer.
Yeah.
You're just like a little bit shorter. Stop slouching, Grace, and maybe we'll go get taller.
Yeah, say it with your chest. There you go. All right. That's just kind of something I really wanted to
Up
go
or
over
down to
collectively.
look you in the eyes.
So-
We're about the same height.
Shield aggression. How do we all feel about shield aggression? Yeah?
That's what this is for. That's what that little one is for.
I like the punch.
Yeah. That is well, I mean, you get less power from a punch. Straps, you really get your arm strength into a shield. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So one of the fun things we can do with a punch, less so with a strap, you just have to get a lot closer. Can you post for me? So if Astrid's here,
Oh.
what the fuck can you do? All day. Just closing in and pinning that sword to their body. That's just pinning. I can keep you here all day and just kill you whenever I want. It's great. It's dangerous, obviously. All shield aggression is dangerous. It is a good way to get hurt if you don't know how to do it safely. But there's no safe way to do it. There's no way to learn how to do it until you do it. It's one of those unfortunate circumstances. So when you start trying to get aggressive with your shield, exercise caution. It's okay if you die learning how to do it. I'm looking at Grace specifically because you're like strong. I don't know. you're ripped, bro. So I'm gonna steal you for a second. So something we can do with these smaller boards is we can get these little taps, these little pushes in. We're not doing a lot here, but I'm keeping my shield side out towards the blade arm, so I can still block, but I'm creating an opportunity here by pushing this in. Boom. Jolt. It's using your shield to create an opening. We're not just trying to sit here and go. Not just trying to beat the hell out of each other. Because like, yes, these are padded and you can do it, but don't. It's a bad time for everybody. Your wrist will hurt tomorrow. Some Numenor type shit, indubitably. Last thing I have in board work is going to be about kicks and general shield punch aggression.
Or you could just go.
So shield kicks are really freaking good against towers and coffins and kites. Anything long shield, like rounds and stuff, like Astrid Post. This is sketchy because if I miss, boom, that's her knee, and that's fucked. But we get a big old board like this, a little tap here, like just tap the bottom of my shield. Whoa, I have no more cover anymore. That's crazy. I thought you were gonna hit me in the mouth. Yeah. The rule of thumb is if you're just getting into shield kicking, stay below the knee. If you don't think you can hit it below their knee, it's not worth the risk. Worth noting, half the time when you go to throw a shield kick, at first, you're gonna lose your leg. So be prepared for that mentally. Just go, oh no, okay, I go down now. Yes, you can kick someone who is leg. You can kick their shield. Please be. Oh. Oh yeah, I did skip can openers. You're right. So this is best against punches, in my opinion, unless you also have a strap. Then it's fine. Do you have a strap, Ivory? Cool. I'm gonna use you in a minute. So me and Q are. You know what? Here, hold that. It's easier this way to demonstrate. So the can opener is a classic. We throw in here, and I just flicked my wrist on the shield edge. That's it. Ka-chow. Hey, look at this. Oh, it's dealer's choice. I can hit wherever I want. Now, with straps, it's a lot harder to pull off. Like, hey, Ivory, can you can opener Astrid real quick for me? Because you're so solid with that strap, it's really hard to move. Whereas with a punch, it's just this motion.
If I want to do that, I have to actually get it here and lock, and then I can.
Yeah, and locking is something I didn't want to get into.
Locking is
Because we can get into lock and slides, which is a whole wild thing, like, hey, post for me. Locking and trying to slide along the person is a whole fucking nightmare of a scope, and I'm not getting into that today because somebody will get hurt, and I bet it'll be Andy. Part of the course.
I get hurt so often.
You get hurt all the time, brother.
Crow hit me in the head 3 times in one practice.
That's your fault. That is actively your fault. If Crow hit you in the head that much.
Stop blocking with your head.
Yup.
I was trying to eat the blade.
I gotta get a helmet.
Well, I said stop cheating.
Yeah, exactly. Putting your head in the way of the sword so you don't die. Big brain. Okay, last but not least, oh wait, sorry, we got 2 more things. We got footwork and I saw a lot of votes for this in the poll. Juniper put up, or Jupiter.
Juniper.
My partner's name is Juniper, and that's Jupiter. I mix it up every once in a while. Cut me some slack. They're very similar. Yeah. So in the poll, Jupiter put up, a lot of people wanted to learn about blade actions, and I saw that and went, "What the hell is that?" So I had to figure out what that meant. It turns out it's from Grand. It's from a big thing Grand posted up in Peoria.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the
I know
guy.
Grand. I don't know what blade actions are.
Yeah, no, me either.
Guys,
So,
I did my best.
No, you're fine.
Oh, yeah,
You're fine.
good.
Hey, fumbles. It's like your parries, smacking other swords, that kind of.
Oh,
Those
okay.
are blade actions, apparently.
Okay, well you can call it blade
actions are
beating
actually
too,
just
but
killing
yeah.
vampires.
Yeah. I just never heard it called that, so it took a minute. One of you can go back. I don't care who.
Cut my blood
What do you
off,
pick?
bro.
Okay, both of you go back.
Look what you did.
Too
Your
bad.
fault.
No, yes. So, I only put 4 on here because they felt like the most relevant. I already kind of covered one of them, feinting. The actual body mechanic for feinting, because I've mentioned this to all of you at least once, is, just throw some feints. Without actually explaining what it is, because I'm an asshole and I'm stupid. But a feint is, you go to throw a shot, and you throw about half of the motion, and then you pivot into a different shot. So if, let's say I'm feinting for the leg, I'm going to throw here, and then twist up. Does that make sense?
Those are easier with that, right?
It is, pretty much everything is easier with a bat, straight up.
I feel like my fan is just in this.
Everything is easier with a bat, because you don't have to think about blade angle, ever. It's just, all of it is hit, and I don't have to worry about it.
Show them a pump
Now,
fake.
huh?
Show them a pump fake when you're finished answering your question.
Yeah. So, questions about the rough explanation of it. It's one of those, you gotta practice it to get good at it, just like everything else in this fucking game. Make sense? Fumbles made a good point of something I forgot existed, pump fakes. It's just an aggressive feint. You can't tell me I'm wrong. So instead of like throwing the shot normally, we're basically air punching and then pivoting. It's a more aggressive feint that doesn't actually require any initial body mechanic into the first shot that you're faking, and then you just throw your actual shot. Does that make sense? I can't think of a better way to explain that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm bad at explaining shit, guys. I don't know why you guys asked me to do this.
It's good to ask questions if you don't understand anything.
Yeah, seriously, guys. If you have questions, even if it's about something I talked about 15 minutes ago, please ask. Because otherwise, I just assume you got it. We're gonna have a quick pause. Does anybody actually have any question, comment, concern?
I'm following.
Huh? What do you mean? Come here. Slow-mo, throw a wrap shot. Show me what you're not getting. Kind of. Your wraps are more. See, I'm twisting my wrist into it. I'm not waiting for the contact here. I'm going around.
That makes
And snapping it back. It's the action of your wrist going pop, or pop, or pop, or whatever the fuck motion you need it to be for that specific angle.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, it feels weird. Oh, no. Most of the good fight mechanics feel wrong and weird for me. It's okay. They're supposed to, apparently. Tell me I'm wrong, Fumbles.
You're not.
I know.
It takes a while.
Huh?
It takes a while to
Yeah.
get the feeling of like how your wrist is supposed to turn. So,
Everything.
or how your arm is supposed to turn, I should say.
You can even flip your wrist over.
Living
So if
feels
you're going
wrong
out
to me.
here, so I'm turning my hand completely over.
or other way around.
Yeah, you got the, yep, there, that's it, yep. Hey, you just gotta have it more of a snap. I throw my elbow out a little bit when I do it, twist my shoulder too, that helps get more speed.
Alright, let's team up and get Andy.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a
Yeah, yeah.
like this. But
You are rotating your wrist, but the snap I'm talking about is for the speed.
not really. I was doing
Average Friday
Okay.
night. You dying.
Are you guys going to the hangar tonight? Yeah, I feel like
Alright.
I still have.
I don't think so.
Anybody else have any questions they want to go back over? Nat, I feel like you haven't said a word yet.
What?
No.
Come Oh, closer. Yeah.
I was see. Everyone. I didn't go far.
Watch the camera. Wait.
Sorry.
Now I can't see.
I mostly want to know about footwork.
That's okay. Cool. We got like 3 more blade actions because everybody wanted to learn about those. Hey, everybody, let's take one big step to stage right. Perfect. Beautiful. Thank you. All right. So the couple other, you can go back. You're good. The couple other blade actions that I was able to find from that Grand thing that Jupiter got info from, which it was a good doc, like straight up. Like I'm gonna post it in the Discord because these kids need to read it. It's good shit. So we already went over feints. Parries are it's your throw just any slow shot. So it's going from here and pushing into some other shot or getting any shot out of the way and using that as a counter to open up into another shot. It's body. Everything boils down to this so simply. All of it is body mechanics. All of it is body mechanics. Knowing how to hit another stick gooder is good. There is just trying to figure out how to articulate this. Like, anybody can just smack a stick. Anybody can do that, but knowing how to move a shot in motion out of the way to slide into something else is figuring out how that shot is coming in a split fucking second, how it's coming in, how I need to hit it, and then move into the follow-up shot. It is experience gained at least for me. I did not figure it out by having someone explain it to me. I had to just try and do it until I figured it the hell out for myself. But like, that's also, I had nobody teaching me that was my body style. Like, everybody that taught me how to fight was like fumbles build or like 6'4", or just like naturally very athletic. So like, exactly. So as a big chunky boy, I had to figure out a lot of shit on my own, which is kind of why I'm bad at explaining it. But once again, it's more, I want to get the info into your heads and have you guys start trying it for your bodies. And, you know, in the coming weeks, if you go, hey Tater, I really can't figure this specific thing out, pull me the fuck aside. We will literally have like a micro class about it. Like I was trying to do for Astrid whenever the former treasurer decided to like almost die on the hill back there.
Yeah. They were skating back there and they just
fell on their faces bad. Lauren, the former treasurer. But anyway, so I kind of led into this one already. So the next like relevant blade action I was able to find is, they just called it beating or beats, like in post forming. It's literally just getting it out of the way. Yeah, you're already doing that, you already do that, you do it a little bit too. Yeah, it is just smack the stick the fuck out of the way. The body mechanic behind this, by the way. The body mechanic behind it is you want to snap to the weak side of their wrist, which is out. Out is where your wrist is the weakest at holding things. In is pretty fucking strong. There's not a ton of movement here, but here, whenever I get smacked out, my grip naturally will loosen. And if you're really lucky, they'll drop their shit. And then you'll feel like a Giga Chad for like 3 seconds.
Flicker disarms me with that a lot.
Exactly.
Flicker
Skill
disarms
issue.
people.
Skill issue. I already covered that stuff. No, I don't think it's bullshit. Okay. I wrote down 2 more, but they were already covered in other things, so they were kind of redundant. So, now we're on to the part you finally wanted. Footwork. The thing nobody likes to talk about because it sucks. I hate footwork. But on the way back from war, which, shout out if you made it to war, good event. It's okay, next time. So I was reminded of a thing that I forgot you had to teach people because I've been doing it for a decade and do it without thinking. It's called 100,000 different things. It's diamond stepping, triangle stepping, step around the shield. What are a couple other funny ones?
You've named off the ones that I can think of.
So the principle of it is, look down at the ground. Imagine there is a diamond, and the width of it is about, your shoulder width apart, and then about the same thing for your front and back moment, or like comfortable stance. And you have these 4 lines that interconnect those 4 points. You need to move your feet around and along those lines, but never inside of the diamond. You never cross the diamond. You have to follow the outside edge of the diamond. The point of this is you will never get your feet tangled up if you don't cross your legs like that.
Oh, so like if I don't cross
Yeah,
my legs.
never, ever, 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 ever cross your legs, because you cross your legs, I'm already off balance. I'm about to fall. Exactly. A little bit of shield aggression, something just a little bit too solid, that's fair. And boom, you're on your butt, and yeah, actually this is pretty well perfect if I throw one more on there. So if somebody wants a more physical representation, we're living outside of this, and we need to stay on this outside edge. We never cross on the inside of this, because if I'm here, and I want to get this foot to here for some reason, I'm never doing this, I'm never doing this, I need to go up and then over. Does that make sense? I'm seeing some nodding and some confused looks.
It's okay. It's okay to not understand.
God damn it. Coming to my class doped up on Benadryl. But yeah, physical representation if somebody wants to try it out for themselves. A little closer. Hey, Fumbles, not everybody has giant legs like you, bud. Sorry. Fucking long-legged bastard, man.
Step deeper. Have you tried it?
Yeah, yeah. Some people do it unintentionally. Some people have to really think about it.
Not actually, but I'm just locked in when I call you. I'm locked in on something.
I take that on road trips.
I'm always locked in on something.
So the point is more to keep one foot on each point. And if I want to get this foot there, I need to heel toe and then move up. Yeah, it's kind of like side flips.
I would.
The point is to keep one foot on a different point and never cross your legs.
ADHD itself, that's what I'm doing. I'm not ADHD too much. The thing about ADHD is you are always locked in on something. Probably the wrong thing, but you are locked in on
You're getting it. You're getting the concept. It's weird. It's weird.
I have to sit there.
Or I'm outside for the
No, Nat was about to walk up. Come on.
Nat, walk up.
Okay.
Get in my triangle. Hold on, I gotta make this way smaller.
So like this.
Yeah, we're keeping it so that way our feet are on different points and never like go. Yep, and then this foot you.
Enough.
So if we want to get this foot over here, how are we moving there?
I don't know.
Yeah. So the easier motion from here to here
Yeah, you could write in on my dad if you really wanted to.
That's not a
or just simply. The point is more to keep yourself from ever
They
hitting
do count
this
those votes and they do
or
get added.
this or anything like that. It's more of a mental thing to keep yourself from doing like
Triple legs cross my legs.
yeah. Because if you ever cross your leg, like your balance is just immediately fucked. Unless you're like a gymnast or some shit.
Oh, I'm not. I have no problem.
Same.
It is,
But I guarantee Grace has the worst. Okay.
Okay. That is a logical fallacy, and so I have to vote anyway because if everybody voted, if everybody was like my vote,
Ayo!
nobody would vote.
Alright, big step to the right. Try to keep you guys in like one cone in front of me. You can go, yeah, I'm done with you, I'm done with you. So something that I've talked to a couple of you guys throughout, like including some people over there and stuff, has been, hey Tater, what leg am I supposed to have forward? Should it be my shield leg? Should it be my sword leg? Do I switch? What do I do? How do I exist? And this, I've told all of you the same thing individually. The big point is shield leg forward is more defensive. It is I'm hunkering down and trying not to fucking die. Sword leg forward, your baseline exposing a little bit more yourself because your exposed side isn't behind your board, but you get an extra couple inches of reach. Heck. It also helps you be a little bit more aggressive. It can help you with those wrap shots because that little bit of reach can really help you get around somebody's shield or their stick to smack their shoulder or their hip or their arm or what have you. So the answer I like to give people is I fight sword leg forward all the time unless I'm on a shield wall. then I fight sword or shield leg forward. So the realist answer is, it depends what you're doing. Realistically, until you get your life figured out and you really kind of get a good grasp on what you're doing, just pick one and stick to it. Just pick one and stick to it. Learn one first and then learn the other. Because like 6 or 7 years straight, my first 6 or 7 years doing this, I fought shield leg forward every single fight, every single time. That was all I did. Exactly, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just pick one, learn it well, then learn the other one. To continue with that weight distribution, a lot of you guys have probably seen me do this by now. What I like to do when I'm fighting, especially when I have my board leg forward, is I have about sub 20% of my weight on this leg because I'm trying to bait you into this leg shot. So I'll like bottom up on my grip, there's a lot of leg here, I start to see that shot motion for my leg, and I just throw my leg back because all my weight is right here. It's just haha, boop. That being said, you can put more weight. You can distribute your weight however you want. That's something I like to do because, hey guys, how many times when we fight swordboard we get legged? A billion cajillion times. It is every fight, and it's annoying. No one likes being legged because you're a bastard. But at the end of the day, guess what? Legs are easy to take. Everybody's going to throw leg shots, especially if you have a round that doesn't cover like below your middle thigh or so. So bait it. Profit off of their confidence they can get your leg. Instead just taking that leg, you just go, haha, I don't have a leg anymore. Get fucked. As long as you throw them below your knee, this motion is gold. Absolute fucking gold. Especially on your bigger line fights. Whenever they're not really looking where they're throwing, so they'll throw and just feel air and be confused, and that's funny. Exactly. Because when people throw leg shots, they have to lean into it most of the time unless you're Nat. Which is your superpower, by the way. No, genuinely, being short is a superpower.
That's why I've been trying to do a lot of leg shots and not doing any of them successfully.
We need to get you with the spear. Short spears are horrifying.
No, don't even put this on my head. I'm a flow fighter. That keeps me up at night.
Skill issue.
Skill issue. Just get around the spear.
Okay, and this is my actual last thing. This is a thing I have been doing for years, and I had to come up with a name for it for this specifically. So, fuck up. That is a thing, and I don't know what it is. Anyway, when I'm fighting, you guys see I bounce between my legs a lot when I'm moving. I'm just pretending I have springs in the heels of my shoes. It keeps you light, it keeps you agile. It's not the best for stability, but keeping your feet not totally is really good for your skirmish fights. It keeps you moving, it just disorientates whoever the hell you're fighting. Because if I'm doing this while I'm fighting you, your shot placement's gonna be fucked every time, because you're like, shit, which way is he about to move? And you're gonna be less apt to throw for shoulder shots because you're afraid of hitting me in the head. Kind of a like brain exploit, but still.
Hit you in the head anyway.
You do crack me in the head every once in a blue moon, and it hurts. Thank you for being able to pull your shots. Mwah, kisses. But I hope that last one made sense. I had to really think about how to articulate that because I'd been doing it forever and just never talked about it. That's the end of my huge list of shit I wanted to info dump at you guys. Questions, comments, concerns, anything we want to go back over. Say it with your chest.
I can't remember how to pronounce the word first. That one.
Footwork?
The footwork I've been using is rather than just going around that. I've been sitting out and then in. So I need to just.
Oh yeah, no, I do that all the time. So, oh fuck, no, I skipped a thing in footwork. Heel toe stepping. It's your defensive forward movement. So you guys will see I fight like this a lot with 1 foot straight forward and 1 foot right angle. Nah, get there. Go there. Go there. Stand where you can see, please. But I fight a lot of the time very similarly to this. 1 foot totally straight forward, 1 foot totally to the side for stability, because I'm more structurally sound in the motion I'm going to receive, like kinetic energy, or in the direction I'm going to receive kinetic energy. But if I'm coming at you, most of the time, either I'm Giga Chad walking like this, or I'm doing one of these, where I'm not totally getting my heel to my heel, but I'm getting like halfway there, and then kind of springing that motion forward because I'm fat, so I try and steal any free momentum I can from gravity? Yes, that exactly. It's a little bouncy. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Try and keep one foot solid as fuck on the ground at all times. Keep the rule of thumb now. Those little like hops are cool, but you lose all of your stability in those moments in which you're hopping. Yes, Scarab.
If you know dance, it's step, match, step. You step, you bring your foot to it, you step again.
Yeah. Once again, for the people in the back, about a half step forward, back out. Half forward, back out. Half forward, back out. Half forward, back out.
You can cover a lot of distance doing that.
And if you speed it up, and suddenly you're moving really quickly for not a lot of energy. It's pretty low impact on yourself. And as a fat dude, that's something I have to worry about. You skinny bastards, on the other hand, fuck y'all.
Skinniest here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jesse.
Yeah.
Skinnier than me. Oh, I don't know. Probably Ash. But anyway, what else? What else do you want to do? Oh, fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. Consider, and hear me out, fuck it, we ball. If I'm properly running, yeah, if I have to properly run, I abandon all good body mechanics because I can't run with good body mechanics. I'm too big and bulky. But some of our thinner folks over here might be able to maintain that good footwork and that good body mechanic. I just have to commit to
So me personally, I'm just gonna go swing shots.
Yeah, you and me are good.
Huh? What?
I'm just gonna swing shots.
Yeah. Ugga dugga.
What do you thought I said?
I didn't hear you. But like, I've talked about this several times. Like, if I'm on a big line and waiting for, lay on to be called, right when I think it's about to get called, I will just lean my torso forward, and then the second they call it, big step. And I'm now getting a ton of free momentum to haul ass. Once again, that is a big boned boy thing I gotta do. Some of y'all don't have to do that. I'm jealous of you. Huh? Yeah. It's still good even if you're not big boned.
Regardless, I still weigh something. So
I mean, it's still free momentum.
Still momentum.
So you're more apt to do that downsticking, like Astrid's doing right there. It's fine. The real pro of downstick, just post for me, Astrid, is let's say I want to throw a cheeky leg shot. I'm hitting stick. I'm hitting stick instead. Fucking stand there, bitch. I'm hitting stick instead of leg. So it becomes a free leg block. Because hey, guess what? That's an unbreakable shield that you can also pocket stab me with it. Yeah, for sure. Boom. It is still a stabby if it is stabby. So you can get the occasional cheeky, hey, I'm shield aggression, JK, pocket stab to the chest.
It's also like a weird, thick strap rather than like.
Oh yeah. You can also use that to do a pin or any kind of blade manipulation. It's getting a little higher in the tech tree than I want to go right now. Torben? Yeah. Torben is like way up. Torben is
Just stick jock things.
Huh?
Said just stick jock
Just
things.
stick jock things. Anything else? Yes.
I can do it. I got.
No.
Good.
There is a way to do that well. I will teach you that next semester. There is easy footwork to spin to win. I will teach you when I know you won't break your ankle.
Not the spin to win.
Cool? Anything else? Nat? Yeah? Okay. You? I skipped you. I'm so sorry.
You know I'm good, bro.
I'm good.
That's what I wanted.
I'm good.
Cool. Just practice it. You understand? We're good. Thank you.